College of Engineering. Ma'am has published about 30 papers in international and national journals and conference. Ma'am is a life member of ISTE and she's a reviewer of computer and electrical engineering and journal and future generation computer science journal. She had been the resource person for the workshop on digital classroom, big data analytics using Hadoop, data science using Python, machine learning, deep learning, cognitive computing, software testing, blockchain technologist, cybersecurity, and cyber forensic. MAM has trained 300 plus faculty and business analytics and fintech under Nan Mudalban upskilling program in the month of Jan and Feb 2023. She's a board of member of studies in SRM Valiame College, Jerusalem College of Engineering, and our proud Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, and also at Etraj College. Um,
Can't hear you, ma'am. Hello?
yes, ma'am. Now you're visible, ma'am.
And some not on vacation. All right. And how are you doing today? Can you put in one word on chat? How are you doing today? We have 36 plus participants. Fine. Thank you, Sudha ma'am. There's just one word. Just one word. How are you doing today? Quick, please. Savita ma'am, you have raised hands. Only one responded on chat. Let's be quick before we start. Doing great. Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Others, just one word. Great. Fine. Others, no response. Okay. How many of you went to college today? Went to college or university or any organization that you work today? Type Y if you've gone to college. Type N if you're on vacation. If you've gone to college today, type Y. If not, yeah, thank you. I'm getting response from Kavita ma'am. What about others? You're all silent listeners? Yes, please. Always when you come to online session, we don't know how many of you are really connected or how many of you switched on. That's why I always ask some questions. Only two responded. What about others? You can also feel free to unmute and speak too. Thank you, Ranjit sir. You went to college, so it's an exhausted day for you already. All right. Others? At least answer the second question whether you went to college. Yes, fantastic. New day, new task. Thank you, Sundhaja ma'am. That's really a wonderful answer. Others? Right? Okay, as we start through it, let's see how people are responding back. All right, I would like to thank the entire management of Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. A special thanks to Gomati ma'am for having called me for the session. All right, the session, you want to have an active session or passive session? Type A if you want to have an active session. Active session is I asking question, you responding back. Passive that only I speak and there's no response from the back, right? A type if you want to have an active session. Type P if you want to have a passive session. At least for this, I need the question answers. This is the third question. Thank you, Rita ma'am. Ritu ma'am. Swati, Ranjit sir, other three or the others who were. What about others? Hello, I hope I'm audible to you all. Yes, it's active. Yeah, you have sent direct message and you can send it on group also. No, yeah. Bhuvaneshwari ma'am, thank you. Right. This is also, it is very, very challenging in the department of teaching nowadays, right? Right. And it is not what you teach that's important, it's how you teach it, right? I repeat it, it's not what you teach, it's how you teach it, right? That's the phrase that I want to start with. It's not what you teach, everybody teaches, right? The concepts are the same around the world, right? Whatever is your department that you belong to. But how you teach is very, 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 very important to the students. A and B. I don't know what is A and B. I active or passive. Passive is P, that only I speak and there's no interaction. All right. So, some of the tools that you'll be knowing, as some of you said, I also love to have an active session, right? An active session. So it will be easy and good for me when you interact too, right? So, hope you're able to see my slides. Yes, can one of you unmute and speak if you are able to see my slides? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay, the slides are able to, it's visible, right? All right, thank you. So, this is going to be 1.5 hour session. Let's see what are the tools that you are going to use, and that will not be repeating it. And then what you need will be repeating it. Which you are not known is the only sessions that will be seen to it. Okay. Can you spot the mistake? What's the mistake in this? I have a timer of 15 seconds. Let's be quick. What's the mistake?
Stale is half visible.
Stale is?
Only half visible is done.
Yeah, it is looking like
It's still
that.
open.
Yeah.
Okay, Papa, I thought it was the half.
Yeah, that's a good try. Others?
Um,
Yes, please. Any other? Any other mistakes? It's 14 seconds over. Any tries on the chat, or you can unmute and speak? What's the mistake that you find here? Can you see this boy wearing a wooden thing, right? Wearing a wooden thing. So he's trying wearing a wooden shorts, right? That's the mistake in this picture. I'll give you one more picture. Can you spot what's the mistake in this picture? What's the mistake? Can you try to unmute and speak, please?
It's not in the boundary place, ma'am.
It's not on the boundary place. Good try. Then others.
Madam, screen is not full. Your
Okay.
video is coming in front of slide.
Let me check again. I'll share the screen. Okay, that's a setting done. Now is it fine? Now is it fine?
madam.
Thank you. Sorry, there was some other setting that has been done that made this. That's fine. Thank you for letting me know. All right. You need you see the image and let me know. Yes, no? Okay. Can you tell the error? If you see onto this image, what is he playing? What is he playing?
Football.
Oh, football. What is he playing? He's playing volleyball.
Basketball. Basketball.
Yeah, correct. The answer is correct. He's playing basketball, and the basketball should always have what? There should be a hole at the end so that the ball comes out of it. See here, it is shown as closed. Can you see it? Yes. This is the mistake, right? See, being a faculties, right, we always we are fact finders. Generally, I don't say we are not fault finders, but rather a serious analysis, right, is very, very important. Serious analysis of students or what tools that they're going to teach, right? Everything plays a vital role. When you take ICT tools, the information communication technology tools, it's so vibrant, right? It's so vibrant. I could say, like, before COVID and after COVID, right? Before COVID, I was working for engineering colleges for a decade, being a professor and head. And then I stepped down and started this company, Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, in the year 2017. Right from there, I started evangelizing about digital tools to teach, about Google Meet, Zooms, Google Classrooms, right? So much and so more, right? When I was training people onto that in 18, adult people were not that encouraging. They said, looks good, but I think it will not be suitable for our education system. What happened during pandemic? Everybody switched from offline classes to we switched offline classes to
Online classes.
online classes, right? And on Jabalpur, I went, and throughout Asia, teachers were there. We trained so many people, right? They said looks good, but I don't know whether it is be easy for us to implement it. During pandemic, myself and my husband, we have trained more than 8,000 faculties around the world to teach how to use digital tools to teach, right? So always I say expect the unexpected, right? So ICT tools are so many tools. If you see Google, now everybody knows Google Classroom, you know about Zooms, you know about Google Meet, and so much and so more. Now, today we are going to see, as a journey through the session, you have to give me what are the tools that you know so that we skip, and what are the new tools we are going to use it, right? Right. It's very, very important to plan our things, how we are going to progress in the teaching, right? When you cook food, right? How many of you cook food? How many of you cook food? Yes, like Sudha ma'am says, she cooks food. Others, you can click raise hands. All right. Myself, Priya ma'am, Sindhuja ma'am, everybody we cook food, right? When you cook the food, right? When you cook food, you find um, you don't use the same ingredients, right? If you're going to make a dal curry, the ingredients is going to be totally different. If you're going to prepare biryani, the ingredients is totally going to be different. Though you have all the ingredients at home, you use the ingredients. What is needed for dal curry is separate, what is needed for biryani is separate, right? Yes, no, do you agree with me? If you agree with me, can you give some reactions or emotions, like or something? Yes. Yes, but you have the content at home. When you prepare it in such a way, what quantity you have, what is the quantity of dal you're going to take, what are the ingredients that, then only it turns out to be a sambar, and then only it turns out to be a biryani. Same a rule plays very good.
Bank Aishwarya office, WhatsApp
the same rule also is committed to these ICT tools. All right. So the reason behind is that when you prepare sambar or dal curry, the ingredients are different. Biryani is different. Though you have all ingredients, we don't put everything together at the same time. You plan. You prepare according to the ingredients and what taste you want to give, what is like by your family or to whom you're or preparing. Yes. Yes, no? Yes or no? Type at least one letter. Yes, thank you, Sudama. Same way, we have so many tools now, right? You also should have listened to so many webinars, so many sessions of different tools that people are using for teaching. But more importantly, and very important that you need to figure it out is what tool that you're going to use for a particular lesson plan, and how effective that lesson plan, how effective the tool, using the tool the students will be able to understand the concepts. All right. So that is very, very important. So everybody knows about AI, right? AI is artificial intelligence. It has become an integral part of, right, education sector. How you prepare your contents, right? Before there were people who are content writers, excuse me. The job itself is very, very difficult now, right? Because every content with grammatical mistake you use AI. Now I'm going to ask you, now I need the answers on the chat, right? How many of you have used any AI tools? Listen carefully, in specific for your teaching learning process. Yes, please.
Yes, madam. We have used ChatGPT for teaching or preparation.
For chat GPT, for what? For a specific chat GPT, what do you use? For what functionality?
Preparing the lesson plan and notes.
Mm. For preparing notes, for making lesson plans, yeah, like Sangeeta ma'am has posted, for using question paper, yeah, cloud AI, right? Cloud and pitch and pop AI, right? So many things, right? You could see these AI tools can help us reducing the time that generally we use, right? Reduce a Gemini is also a good tool, right? So by leveraging this machine, basically I'm a computer science professor, I'm a data scientist. I work a lot and lots of with the ML algorithm and DL algorithm, right, for coding. Yeah. And here I find that it is able to optimize your administrative tasks, so that, and also it be able to understand what level the student should be using it, right? What kind of preparation plan that you need to do, taking the strength and weaknesses of the students, right? So teachers using AI to enhance class and classroom engagements and learning outcomes, right? So you can get your feedback collections, right? The student engagement, it acts as a teacher's assistant. Sometimes it also acts as a student's assistant. Do you agree with me, right? I don't know how many of the know there's a college called a very old college called Auxilium College in Velu, right? Once they called me for being a keynote speaker for their conference. I was being there, and then they asked me. Then I was asking them, right? Because students, right, we cannot speak so very, very technical. Then I was asking them. What is that you want me to speak about? I always think whatever I speak, it should have some good key takeaways for the students. Then the principal ma'am said, "Ma'am, speak on ChatGPT. How to use ChatGPT, how not to use ChatGPT, when to use ChatGPT, when not to use ChatGPT." Right? This was my talk. So I told the people think like everything you can get from ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT or any flavors of it. I'm not against it. It's really a good tool. Even I do use it. I'm not denying it. how are you going to use it? See, when you repeatedly use ChatGPT, you know the flow patterns are not only ChatGPT, just trying to tell us an example. You will try to know, like once on students, we have a research organization where students come for research journal, and one student came and told, "Ma'am, my team has prepared this, can you check it out?" Then after reading the first paragraph of the paper, I told, "Was the paper generated using ChatGPT?" She said, "Yes." "How did you find it?" Because when you start using it, so I'm trying to say the teacher should start using it so you know the flow of it. We are trying to develop the children or enhance the students, right? That could not be the way for them. It could be acting as a tutor for them, but not giving solutions for the questions that you ask. So when you take AI, it can use as a tutoring system. It can be a tutor for you if you're going. Sometimes whatever you learn in the college is not what you're going to teach. Every semester the subject changes. It has can be personalized training, translating knowledge, automations, grading, collaborative, and different attractive tools, that icebreakers, how to introduce, what are the innovative methods, case studies, that and all. It's a wonderful tool. All right. So where I'm not going, what, as being a faculty, right? Being a faculty, you play different roles, right? You play different roles. I want you to say, what is something very difficult being a teacher? What task you think it's boring or you don't like? You like the profession, but only one such task or two such tasks that you don't like. I'm waiting for your answers.
The information which are getting from the chat GPTs randomly, so we don't get the specific content related to our sources.
Voice is breaking, sir. Kul karne, sir. Your voice is quite breaking. Is my voice audible? Whether my voice is audible? My voice is
Hello,
audible? Yeah, is my voice audible?
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Whether
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. So some people generally say correcting papers they don't like, right? Like that, I'm asking, what is one difficult task? Hello, able to hear me? For checking plagiarism, thank you. Checking plagiarism. That's one answer given by a faculty. Yes, please. Yes, please. I don't know. I'm checking plagiarism. Then, what are the other tasks? Nowadays, students are not listening while taking class. Yes. Online sometimes is one way communication. Yes, sometimes we also experience it. Even sometimes in classroom, it becomes one way communication. Okay, one way communication. Grabbing the attention, getting connected, grabbing the attention. Then, yes, yes, please. Checking, yeah, preparing slide with mathematical problems. Students are not having patience, even faculty not having patience. Students are very, what do I say, they are hyper, right? We have a school in Ayanavaram, right? You know, we cater between for K to 12, founded by my parents, right? So there also we also have a challenging. Today I was going to a class. I am principal of a school, so Bethel Global School. So I was going for a class rounds. Generally, when I get into the class, students get up and wish. Right? Today I was going for a class, right? The students were only listening to the class. I was so happy how the teacher is grabbing the attention of the entire students, right? That was really, really good. All right. So these are some of the difficulties. If you ask me, sometimes people also say correcting the answer sheets, right? Correction work, right? They find it a little hard to do it, right? So when you take AI or different kinds of tools, they have got different but you cannot relate throughout to it, but you can use it to you can use it so that you can reduce your time work, right? In research, students are not willing to study. That's really wonderful. We also work on research. I always say, write the work on your own. Don't see, it's very difficult to generate from other tools and reduce plagiarisms. But when we evaluate the papers, it also says if you use Turnitin and you generate a paper in ChatGPT or any AI tool, that tells you the paper is generated using AI tool. All right, it can never be a replacement, right? Sometimes these tools, as teachers, you should mentor the children how to use and when to use and when not to use, right? Then only the next generation will have will be able to work of what you said. What are the tools that you have used in your teaching? I'm not asking what are your known tools. What are the tools that you've experienced and used it for your lecturing? Can you put it onto the chat, please? PPTs, okay. What are the tools? Then smartboard, yeah. Tool specific tools.
MS Excel.
Excel, very good. Yes. Then animations, right? Google what general, ma'am? Sir, Google and cartoon videos. Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yes, please. Gamification Jamboard. That's really good. Jamboard, Google Classroom, GCR. All right. Gamification tools. Right, MS, I know everybody uses MS everything, MS Office, right? Videos, PPTs, and so much and so more, right? These are general tools. So, Gajalakshmi ma'am, Gajalakshmi ma'am, any doubts? Host, can you put the mic on mute, please?
டேபிள்ஸ் நீ எது வரையும் படிச்சிருக்க? 6th டேபிள் வரையும் படிச்சல. 7th டேபிள் வரையும் சொல்லிட்டியா?
Host.
அப்ப 8th டேபிள் 9th டேபிள் வரையும் முடிச்சிரு. நான் உனக்கு மல்டிப்ளை சம்ஸ் தரேன். சரியா?
Can you put the mics on mute, please? Can you put the mic on mute, please? Yeah. So kindly ensure that the mic's on mute, right? And very importantly, what are the tools you have used? ChatGPT, Perplexity, QReport. How many of you use QReport? Type Y on the chat if you used QReport. If you have used QReport, this one have used, type yes or no. No, you have not used, right? QReport? No. All right. So and question well, PDF chatbot, runaway, summarize. These are some of the AI tools, right? So AI tools for education, we use ChatGPT, Kahoot, quizzes, Socrative, Flipgrid, Padlet, Mentimeter, Nearpod, WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp, Canva, Jamboard, and Google Forms. So many tools. When you take generative AI, it's GPT, human-like language operations that it could perform, right? And when you see to it, this is for images DAL, that's a part of ChatGPT, and Codex for advanced code generation. right? And generative AI, it can generate every time you run. It generates new content, and it works in the process of supervised learning. I'm not going deep into the construction of generative AI, but uses LLM model, large language model. Right here, it's a powerful tool where you can use it for marketing, notes taking, videos, website development, for lesson plans, right? All these works on LLM. Okay, LLM, it stands for large language models, right? Where it uses a trained deep learning model that understands and generates text like human like fashion, right? So you can have a structured text, you can be given your tables or or your voices or your signals or images to a large language model. This is the skeleton of it. It extracts, it follows the instruction, it recognizes, and it image captation, and then QA and sentimental analysis. So ChatGPT is one. Is there anybody who has not used ChatGPT? Not used ChatGPT. If you have not used ChatGPT, type yes on the chat. Not used. 2, 3. Used, not used. I'm asking who has not used. Otherwise, type use, type you, not use, type NU. All right. So this is a logo of ChatGPT. For those some of you are new, this is a website for ChatGPT. So using that, it's helpful to generate new ideas. It's a one-stop manager, like multi languages, and also declines improper. It can answer questions, solves math equations, translates between languages. It can debug and fix codes. It can write a poem and classify things. So many things. It is used for streamline and personalized. Like you can draft brainstormings for lesson plans. Like you can design quiz questions, like from materials and so much, and upskilling programs, right? So there are some certain rules that you need to use even though you are going to use ChatGPT. You should start with simple, and what is, you should always have a call to action, right? It should have a call to action. How are you going to um, call it for work, right? Right, start with the prompt like write, create, generate, summarize. Can you, instead of can you give me the answers to the solution, right? Generate, right? Add specific tasks that you want to complete, and add expectations, right? Very clear, right? Do you have any questions to ask ChatGPT? I'm going to ask somebody who have not used it, who have not used ChatGPT. If you have a question, kindly give the question on the chat, please. Or you can unmute and ask. Say. Yes, please. Any questions? Do you have any questions? Okay. So this is how ChatGPT looks like. Or if you type chat.open.ai, you get it. All right. So what you want to do, right? What you want to do, you can give it here. So you should be, I'm going to ask this question, right? Create a list of 10 fun and innovative classroom activity based on the following criteria, right? It should be useful, silly, and should spark creativity, right? If I'm going to paste it here, and for maybe second year engineering students, right? So you should specify. So it takes, that's very important, right? Right, that's very important. So I'm asking 10 activity for engineering students, right? So you can see here It is generating, give students a simple device or mechanism, ask them to disassemble it, right? Same thing if I'm going to edit it and ask general, right? I'm going to ask general. See, the solutions will be different. Can you see to it? Be very, very specific in what you use using ChatGPT, right? Before it was Google Bar, now it is called. So never ever log in using ChatGPT using your personal ID. You can use it using personal ID. Don't log in using your Gmail. You should always sign it up. Why? Because you are giving an access for ChatGPT to access your Gmail content, right? Your Gmail content. So whenever you're going to use ChatGPT, you can use the email ID, that is fine, but not log in using like log in. These many times when you see log in using ChatGPT, so log in using Google, right? Do not use it, right? And the same to how many of you have used Gemini? Since most of you use ChatGPT, I'm not going to use. Anybody would like to try how ChatGPT works? Yes or no? I'm not getting responses. If you all could give a response, it will be a little easier for me. You know it, okay? Some of you know it. And for those who are not known, just giving the link, you can try it out even without login, right? Even without login. Okay. How many of you use Gemini? Gemini?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
I have used the Gemini.
Okay. So sir does use Gemini. What about others? It is using Google's DeepMind, right? It is using Google's DeepMind. It is using that was using LLM, but this was using LAMDA, right? And they started positioning as competitors, so they started different from December 6, 2023. All right. So this is how Gemini looks like. So it is almost the same as ChatGPT also works, right? How ChatGPT also works, but you have to log in using your personal mail ID, not using your institutional mail ID, not using your institutional mail ID, right? The same rules works here. So it is using it also outperforms human experts on massive multitasking language understanding. So the URL is gemini.google.com, right? Google.com. So it is similar to ChatGPT, human like responses, so many things, right? And ChatGPT both are open access, but here you can join using Google account. Never join ChatGPT using your Google account because you've got a GPay associated with that, and you've got lot of your banking details associated with. So it is not safe to use it, right? It's not safe to use it. So available to all, available, right? And how many of you have used send steps? So it looks like this, right? Um, Generate. What do you want to generate? Lesson plan for what topic? I don't know. I'm going to ask for professional ethics, right? So whatever you ask, it generates. Who are the target? You can be very specific. Who are the target audience? How many time is your lesson? How many minutes? Right? What are the materials? And how do you want to have it? Right? Also, I always say, how do you start your class? List 10 activities to introduce the lesson to students, right? What are the different activities we can introduce the lesson to students? Very innovative and creative activities. How do you introduce it? First 3 minutes of time, like some newspaper headlines, then you can say to them something about code, something what has happened, right? Something on that, facts and fiction scenarios. It will always, because when I was a faculty, I used to start with some kind of like first 2 to 3 minutes. You grab your students, then they'll be able to listen to it. Right now, let's move on to sense steps. Right? How many of you have used sense steps? Yes, no? Answers on chat. Answers on chat, please. Have you used? Okay, Sudha ma'am says no. Kavita ma'am. What about others? Right? We have so many people, 54 people. All right, so I'll show you how it works. All right, and here you can give a. Can you give me a topic? Can you give me a topic to generate quizzes?
Big data.
Yeah, I'm going to give big data. Right? Always you get like this. Sign up with Google, sign up with LinkedIn. Never do it, right? Never do it. Always see, I'm going to give my mail ID, right? You always have to log in using your mail ID. Then it will give you a 6-digit code, and let me check. Yeah, I got it. This is how you have to log in, right? It says incorrect password or something. Let me give another mail ID that I always give. So, okay, you can add questions. How do you want to do it, right? So, let me go into send steps. There are templates, right? How do you want to do it, right? And you can have users. You've got different templates. You want to have quizzes or education, or you want to have a survey, right? My library, what you already have got it, right? So, something start or power from PowerPoint you have got, you can just include your PowerPoint, right? I'm going to generate using AI, right? I want to create a presentation of AI. Which language you want, you can use whatever languages. Yes, ma'am.
Please be louder, ma'am. I'm not able to hear.
You're not able to hear?
Please be louder. I'm not able to hear.
Now
You are
can
not
you hear
audible.
me, ma'am? Now can you hear?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So what you want to do today, right? And there are so many things that you will be able to do it, right? Like how many slides if you want to prepare. I just started. And then if I want to have a quiz, I want to create a quiz about big data. Which language? English. What is the tone? I want a neutral. All right.
My screen is not visible, ma'am.
1 minute.
Kindly share, ma'am.
Can you see now? Is it visible
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Yeah, I started with this. I wanted to create a quiz about big data. The language I chose, the choose the title. I'm going to say understanding the impact of, or you can also write on your own, or if you want to generate more, it generates. How long you want? 6 slides, or I want to have six slides and 10 minutes long. So your current plan allows two, but it's a very very good tool to use it with. Right, we have done it for Python programming, right? So you can share it to people if they want to play for it, and then it will ask questions, and that could be done. Or you can add questions and also edit questions. This is about send steps, right? Send steps. And here most of them, but it has got a pricing to work. It has got a pricing to work. So there are different tools that we have worked on with, right? And if you have an option called share, you can share it to them. The next tool is IPT, right? IPT is another tool. Have you worked with IPT? Anybody? Have you worked with IPT? Yes, no? So this is also a tool to generate questions, which language you want. Here, you can also create like open-ended or multi-choice question, right? If I have a content on my web, right, on my website, say for example, let me go to my, if you have something on my docs, all right, I'm going to check what is there on my document, and that link also I can give, right? I can give that link also, right? There's a content. So if I'm going to give this link, the statistical analysis and modeling with Python, if I'm not audible, kindly let me know. And you can, I'm giving a multiple choice question. What I'm trying to give, what should you do if you forget your email when trying to sign in, right? What should I do if you're not using computer to sign it, right? It has taken about no, Google Docs, right? Or if you have something on Wikipedia, right? Can you tell about Wikipedia? Maybe Ukraine war, right? If I'm going to get this Russian Ukraine war link, I can get this link, come back here, sorry, can come back to UT. Am I audible? If I'm not audible, kindly let me know, right? And it can generate the questions from the proper link when with the answers. Can you see here? You can also give a link.
Yes, ma'am.
You can give a link where it has got the content. From the content, it will create the question. So this is the tool about IPT, right? IPT link. You want to try? I'll share the link on the chat. I'll give you a few minutes so that you can try it out. Yes, please. Have you got the link? Yes, please do try. You can create using any URLs. Yeah, done. All right. This is a very smart automated quizzes, right? And the third tool, how many of you have used Grade Scope? Type boy on the chat if you have used Grade Scope. Yes or no? Not used? Neetu ma'am? No. Okay. So let's see about Grade Scope. And it is really a good tool, right? It's a really, I really love this tool, right? How it is also using rubrics criteria, right? Rubrics criteria. So again, I said you can don't log in, right? Using school or Google. You can log in using adapter. Adapter room. It will complete it. It complete is. Okay, you can register and log in, right? You can register and log in. Sometimes let me again check, sign up. You can sign up as an instructor or student and ask your first name, last name. I'm giving Doreen at Bethel.co.in, school or any organization, the college that you work, right? And then it says it a review. I'll show you a demo as we are not finding time. Okay. All right. I can show you on the slides how it works. Right. So here I'm logged in using this. I don't know. It is showing. Maybe I'll give forget your password. Yeah. All right. And as there's some issues in the login process, I'm because of lack of time. I've given you the link. You can explore it. Right. The next. How many of you are using Google Slides? How many of you are using Google Slides? What I'm teaching is also Google Slides. How many of you are using, am I audible? How many of you are using Google Slides for teaching? Type S on the chat or I am. Thank you, Varsha ma'am. Thank you, Sudha ma'am. What about others? All right, use one topic per slide often. Thank you, Anita ma'am. Use phrases, not sentences, right? Start with a verb as possible. Do not use punctuations, right? Use parallelism. I always say follow 6x6 rules, right? 6 lines of text and 6 to 8 words per line, right? 6 to 8 words per line. So this is what, keep 6 lines per word, 6 words per line, and then short, no complete sentences possible, right? So what, how many of you know, so the slide content, use numbers to show ranks, these and all you would have known, right? From here, I'm using it, right? I'm using this. I'm using as a slideshow. You're all able to see it. From here, when you teach itself, you can ask questions. Do you know? If you click on the three dots here and come to more, there's an option called question answer session, right? I'm going to start a new question answer. I'm going to give a link, right? And you can ask questions from it, and I'll be able to answer it, right? I'll be able to answer it. Can you see the link here? It's in Slido too. Yeah. Can you ask questions? So it will appear here when you ask questions. Can you ask questions, please? Any questions? I can see it. Can one of you ask? You can ask anonymous, or you can also ask with your names. I've given you a link. Just click on the link and then you can ask questions. Type the questions. You'll get like this, ask a question. So for the faculty, you will be getting the questions here. Oops, I've sent it to only one more. Okay. Now I've sent it. Can you ask questions? You can asking as Doreen Robin or anonymous. Hello, something I'm typing. For this is from the student part of it. For the faculty, it will come like this, right? I can click present. When I click present, it will appear on the slides. So you can stop during taking your session using Google Slides, ask questions, then the students will respond here. Then you can make it. Here is for the faculty. I am going to hide it, right? Like I can see Mangala Gauri ma'am is asking which tool is best for slow learners. Which tool is, you can see with their name. So you can present it to the entire audience, right? So that they'll be able to find it out, right? They'll be able to find what question the others have. Some of them may also have the questions, right? So tools for slow learners is mostly on activity based. After you teach the way of evaluating, right? Then I can find how to use Google Slides, right? There's a question here, how to use Google Slides by Preeti ma'am, right? Then you can tell the students, see, when you go to the mail, and you can see here the 3x3 dots, click it on, then you see the slides, then you click on the slides, and you can travel, and then a new slide opens. You can start using with the slides, right? You can make preparations. So a lot of all my sessions will be on Google Slides because I travel around. All my slides will be on Google Slides. All right. So here you can, it is on the drive, so you need not carry anything. Only you should be aware that you have an internet connection. And then if I want to stop, I can stop, hide the press. Send research tools for scholars, right? Like one sir has asked. So basic life skill. Though then it can appear this to the students, right? Right? What question, like some person RGBT, I don't know. One person has asked basic life skill for students. One basic life skill needed for students, they should be equipped or skilled enough to face failures in their life, right? Students are ready. Nowadays I see people are very fragile, because I'm being a counselor, I know, right? People are very fragile, right? To speak, if anybody speaks, they are not able to overcome things, because if they are into two different kinds of faults. Today I was reading an article that it says, if you are using mobile phones for more than 4 hours in the entire duration of the day, which means you are prone to get a lot of different kinds of sicknesses, right? So let me hide. This is how you can ask questions using Google Slides. The teacher can ask questions, and the students will be asking their questions in this slot, and the teacher can present what they want to present it. So when you present, the students will be able to see who's asking the question and what's the question to all. Able to get it? For how many of you this is new? Asking questions in Google Slides. If it is new, type N on the chat. If you already know, type K on the chat. New. Thank you, Mangala Gauri ma'am. New. Very good. Most of you, it looks like new, right? All right. Thank you. So most of you, only Sudha ma'am says she knows. All right. It's moving on to the content. How many of you use Canva? Do you use Canva? Yes, no? Am I audible? Sometimes people say that I'm not audible. I don't know. Okay, so all of us we use Canva. For what purpose? Do you use Canva tool for what purpose?
This making the videos, audio and video for lessons now.
Okay. Thank you, Sudham. I'm poster making invitations and also, yeah, posters.
Making posters.
Yeah, so many things that you can use. The best part is something called they've called whiteboard, right, where you can connect brainstorming activities you can keep, right. One staff was asking, right, how to make slow learners, right, how to make slow learners to learn, for resume, poster building, for pamphlets, presentation, right, so many things, right. They've got lot of templates, right, they've got lot of templates. You can choose what template you want, then you make everybody involved, then it will be easy for them to understand. And say for example, I'm going to take this, right, some tool, right, the sales project to brainstorming this part alone, right. So I want you all to put each one tool, right. I'm going to make it as ICT tools for teaching. What are the tools that we have learned today? ICT tools. I can share it. Now listen, I'm going to share it as a public view link, or no. You can generally share it to your Google Classroom. I'm going to give a public view link, create a public view link, and what I'm going to do, everybody will be able to access it, right, everybody you will be able to access it. So, and this is called public view link, right. So I've given it, and after sometimes if I want I can delete the link also, right. So how do I want to share it, right? If you want to present it, how do you want to as a presenter view, right? All at once, or I'm going to give a collaborative link, right? Yeah, I'm going to delete now. Listen, I'm going to delete the public view link, right? Delete this public view link. I'm going to ask everybody, all right? Anyone with this link can edit, right? Copy link. I'm going to put the link on the chat now. I'm going to put the link on the chat now, right. I want you all to type on this area here, right. What are the tools that you have already worked on with? Can you? Yeah, I can see one joined, others. You can click on this pink box and type what you need and what you don't. What are the tools that you have used? Yeah. I can see Reshmi ma'am here. Yeah, type send steps. Thank you. We have seen send steps today. What are the tools that you know also? This is one of the good way to collaboratively work. I can see only one has done. What about others? What about others? ChatGPT, Gemini. All right. I think only I shared it to all or only to one. I shared it to all. Not able to do. Just click the link above. You'll be able to do it. Right now, I'm stopping here. Let's move on to the next tool. So here you should come and acceptance. You should make it off. Then you can continue with. Um, so we have seen about Canva tool. All right. Interactive AI slides, Q report, right? Uh, we'll see about Q report. So this is Q report. All right. So very, very interesting and very beautiful tool, right? Very beautiful tool. How many of you have used Q report? How many of you have used Q report? Yes or no? Is my voice still not? Yeah, Mangala Gauri ma'am says yes. All right, not used, right? Again, the same way I said, you can log in. Do not log in using your what do I say? Anything you have to log in with your email. I did never use any of these links, which means if you want me to speak, I can speak about cyber forensics for hours together. Right now, tell me a topic that you want to generate your lesson slides. One of you put it onto the mm, put it onto your chat. And for which grade? What topic and for which grade? Or grade could be engineering or whatever it is. Can you give me one topic to generate?
Software engineering.
Software engineering. Thank you, Priyama. So what I want to teach is software engineering, right? Max for 10th. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. I'm just going to click here, right? For professional development, software engineering, I'm planning for a full lesson. So I'll just select it and then give it. Right? It will take some time before which we'll move on to another tool and come back. Right? We don't have much time. How many of you have used Nearpod? Have you used Nearpod? Yes, no? 53 participants are here. Nearpod, yes or no? Right? It's a hybrid learning tool activity. All right, not used. And here it's the best part of it, right? This is a logo of Nearpod. It has got lot of content inside. Beautiful content prepared by various faculties around the world, right? And yes, as it logs in, let me check it out. Yeah, you can create, right? You can create a lesson plan. Can you see different lesson plans? right? You can become a nearpod certified educator. And this is my metal. If you see school library, right, you can have shared libraries. If I'm going to see nearpod library, like you can search any content that you want to have depending on grades. See, I'm going to select higher education, as we are all higher education, right? See how many activities for higher education itself. If it is economics, I don't know. And also you can create for subject, which subject you want me to select. Let me select technology and computer science, right? Can you see? You don't want to create content, right? If you want to say, for example, anybody, somebody has given, you want economics. Okay, I let me select economics, ma'am. I don't know, economics comes in social studies. I don't know. All right. See, economic inflation, right? Economic inflation. So if I can preview it, right? How it is that they have given here. Natural language processing, yeah, there will be. See, the content is already there, right? 46 slides. And they're giving it, what is that you'll be learning? Can you see? It takes a lot of time for us to prepare materials. And here the the material is already there, but we should know the content, how we are going to present it, right? Like one ma'am has asked for natural language processing. Subject is this. All right. So now, can you see natural language processing for higher levels? Yes. Likewise, you can. It has got its content, right? It has got its content, and you can use it, and how you want to use it, right? You can use a full screen to play, and each is of different types, right? You can also create, right? And it will also have open-ended questions. What do you know already about? How are you going to teach? You want to have a live participation? Then you can have you can share it. If you want, you can edit the slides. You can ask questions in the middle, and it goes on. Right? This is the code, or I can copy the link, and you can also launch a Zoom meeting, or in the Zoom meeting itself, if I'm trying to give, you can all join to this slides, and then you can find it out. Now I've given the link on the chat. The teacher plays the video, and the students question will appear on student device. So if I'm going, the red one will have the blue dots. That's a question here, like students can answer. Now those who have joined using the link will be able to answer. Their answers will be presented here. This is about Nearpod. All right. A Q report also would have generated, see, Masters of Fundamentals of the Software Engineering, and it will also have polls that has been designed, right, about planning, designing. You give a topic, it generates. So you can also have drawing and other different activities, right? Different polls and different activities. All right. So as we are here, whatever we have learned, we have seen a few part of it. Still more tools are there. We are not finding time. So let's play a live quiz. Let me go to Slido. Let's see who's going to answer fast. Okay, you can join. Just click on the link and join. I've given the link on the chat. Kindly join the quiz. To join the quiz, your name appears here. Yeah, I can see Harpreet's MG. Two of them have joined. Yeah, good, good. Most of you are joining. Keep joining fast. You can click the link that I've given on the chat. You've got just 5 minutes to go. I'll exactly complete within 5 minutes. 5 of you have joined out of 53. All right, let me start. What is the significant use case of LLM? 10 of you have joined. Others can keep joining. LLM, large language model. We have seen it while using even Socrative. You can use. I don't deny you can. The right answer is generating text. Varsha ma'am is on the first place. We'll move on to the next question. Can we ask questions in Google Slides? Yes, no, or no. The answer is yes. Most of you have given the right answer. On the first place, it's Reshmi ma'am. And let's see, Varsha ma'am and yeah, yeah, 13 of you have joined. We are in the third question. Which of the following design is not offered by Canva? The right answer is 3D modeling. Most of you have given. Let's see. Reshmi ma'am is on the first, Varsha ma'am, and Arun Fretzer. Let's move on to the fourth question of the day. Type of input and output can be used with generative AI models. Input, images, sounds, 3D animations, or all of the above. The answer is, oh, all of you have given the right answer, all of the above. Reshmi ma'am, Varsha ma'am, Arun sir. The final question that will define who's the winner of the day. Which devices are compatible with Nearpod? Desktop, tablets, smartphones, all of the above. The right answer is all of the above. So, on the first place, we'd like to congratulate Reshmi ma'am. Second place, Arun sir. And third place, Kavita ma'am. Congratulations. Fourth, Preeti ma'am and Chitra ma'am. So, totally, we have good participants who have come. Hope the session would have been useful in learning new tools. This is a company's website. You can check it out. Right. We do offer internships for students and implant trainings that's going on right now. So if any of the students on your college they're interested, they can find it out. You can see the different news and events of what we have been doing at CIRF, right? And this is the new implant training. We are offering it in 3. They can click here and register. And 15 days is the duration for implant training on data science, web development, cybersecurity. You can also have group registrations. This is to enroll. This is to find the venue, and also we provide internships, right, for on web development, UI, UX, robotic process automation, data science, game development, data visualization, right? Any of this you are interested in, then you can see our recent upcoming events in the slide. So thank you so much for the opportunity given. Any questions you can ask? I'll share, this is my YouTube link. You can click and subscribe. A lot of my session I do, or we supposed to log in. You can log in with your personal ID. Don't log in using Google. You have to sign it up, and the password should be different. Right? You can subscribe to this channel. Lot of videos about tools and teaching tools and about subject tools are also available on computer science. On different live sessions, you can use it. Right? If you find the session interesting, um, I'll share a link. You can give the Google reviews on about how was the session, because if, feedbacks are good when it is fresh, right? Are always good when it is fresh. You can. Thank you for the opportunity given. I've shared my contact details on the chat. Right? Any questions furthermore, you or feel free to ask. Right? You can. You feel free to ask. Thank you. Hope I'm coming with the correct timing. Right? I'll just give the link on the chat. Just take what are the three key learnings, right? Three key learnings of today's session on the Google link that I've given, the review link. Thank you, Chitra ma'am. Yeah, logging with Google is not safe. Yeah, that's totally hazardous. Maybe further sessions we can have to faculties on cyber or security concerns. Fantastic session. Thank you, Vinny ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kavita ma'am. I would like to give you feedbacks in this Google link so that it will be useful for many. And just give the same words, click the link and give the reviews. And also I've given all my contacts. Thank you so much. God bless. Over to the organizers.
Ma'am, thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am.
That was a very wonderful session, and many of the participants were very interactive and they were very active in the chat box also. So hope the session was very useful for them.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, let me just close the session with thank you, ma'am. Let me close the session with formally by vote of thanks. On behalf of Center for Online Programs and Academic Staff College, I would like to thank our President, ACS Arun Kumar, for his constant support. I would like to thank Dr. Doreen ma'am for her enlightening and interactive session. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the faculty members for your valuable participation. Next session will be on 21st. Tomorrow's session has been postponed due to some administrative reasons. This is Sindhuja signing off. Thank you all. Thank you, Doreen ma'am, once again.
Thank you. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend, by the way. Gomati ma'am, thank you so much for arranging us a wonderful speaker. Ma'am, Doreen ma'am, you should be like our regular guest, ma'am.
I'm mostly the regular guest for Dr. MGR. So many talks I'll give it.
So, for programs, I guess you're new to us, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, we'll be able to collaborate more. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sindhu.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.